Good morning. It's Sunday, July 18th, moving day. Moving, that is, I have to move all this stuff away from the wall so the foundation repair guy can evaluate the wall. So, the other day I mentioned when I was working as a security guard and had to wear a security guard costume every night. It occurred to me to talk about the costumes we wear as potters. Obviously, we have a lot of leeway in the studio, particularly, with clothing that we're not concerned about getting dirty from time to time. But what comes up as a challenge is when you're meeting the public, and there's, I don't know, 2, 3 grades of that. Okay, so one is you're at a local fair with your shelves up and your little pop-up and so forth. And on those occasions, you are sort of playing a role, but your audience is kind of varied, and they're not necessarily expecting a particular sort of costume. It's not like, going to a restaurant and seeing a chef come out of the kitchen wearing chef clothing. But it can be helpful, for instance, to have something that identifies you as being associated with pottery. Our local Lawrence Potters Guild, actually we all have matching t-shirts if we choose to wear them that say Lawrence Potters Guild. Some of that is just to advertise that there is such a thing in case somebody in the audience wants to become a member. And I've always been careful, even when camping, to take the trouble to shave. And this is my COVID hairdo. I've had, one haircut since the start of COVID. I mean, you want to look intentional, and you want to look like, I don't know, you're respectable, I guess is the thing. And that gets even more essential if you're part of a group show or a solo show in a gallery. Because then you also want to look, shall we say, expensive. You want to look like the prices on your object are valid. So you don't want to look like a scruff. Now, what's funniest for me is the clay conferences. Particularly in Sika, the Woodfire ones, it's less of a thing because it's a smaller conference. It's inherently more intimate. Because at the clay conferences, it's not necessarily that people dress up, although many of them do. It's that the only people in the building that are wearing clothes that you can get dirty in, really, are the presenters. Everybody else is in, clean clothes, to travel with them. And they're in a hotel, they're on airplanes. They're going to a conference, right? They want to, again, look respectable. And the first couple of days, many of them actually look a bit awkward. Like, they keep looking down at themselves and looking for clay, and it's not there. And these are not their favorite pants, and this is not their comfiest shirt, and so forth and so on. They are playing the role of being a tidy, respectable artist, business person, potter, whatever. It wears off. By the 3rd or 4th day, everybody's much more relaxed. But there are costumes to be considered, and and no one's suggesting that we sell pots wearing a tuxedo. Although it would be an interesting experiment, depending on what the location was, to see what fraction of the audience saw it as a joke, and what fraction of it just didn't notice at all. When you're getting ready for a sale, you're going to be thinking about, oh, what should I wear? And if nothing else, it helps that when the person comes to the booth, they recognize you as the person who made the work and is operating the booth. So you're not a hireling, you're not another shopper, you're there on purpose. And you're there to provide an adult shopping experience full of competence. Have a good day.